What is going on, people? Welcome back. In today's episode, I've got another student testimonial for you guys. So if you have been wondering whether quantum leap is for you or not, hopefully this episode will help you make that decision. Now, today's episode, I've got my previous student and current student who's working with me right now as we speak, Ramsha Jalil, who, we've literally made her situation go from the impossible to the possible. Like, I don't even want to say too much. I want you guys to hear it from her. And Ramsha, I just want to say thank you for making the time to make this happen. And honestly, I am honored to be a part of your journey and to help you make the impossible dream possible. Other than that, guys, I am excited for this one. So before we begin, let's take a deep breath in right now and ground this energy. And a deep breath out. How you doing, first of all? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm doing good, and things have been taking big shifts. Like there have been enormous changes,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's
We'll
good.
talk. We'll
What
talk
about
more about that after the call. Because I really wanna kind of like hear where you are and what's going on with you. But in terms of quantum leap, how has everything changing for you? I guess I'll start with the first question. What was life like before you joined
are you going
and
to
before you
edit this
even met me?
video?
What's that?
Are you going to edit this video?
Yeah, no. What we're gonna do is we'll start from here again, fresh, brand new.
Tell me
And
when you're
then
going to start.
yeah, I'll tell you. What we're gonna do is when we start, I've got 5 questions that we're gonna go through, and that's it. After that, it's quite short. It's been about 30 minutes, but
Okay,
I
I
guess
can hear
I go ahead.
like you're. I can hear you. Can you be a little loud, please?
Yeah. How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. I think it's just that this for some reason it's the AirPods. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah.
And all right, so let's begin. And then after the call, we'll kind of talk about where you are and what you're doing. But in the beginning, we'll just finish the testimonial, get that out of the way. Okay, so thank you for joining us, Ramsha. Ramsha is a former student of mine of Quantum Leap, and here's another testimonial for you guys. So we'll start with the first question. What was life like before you joined Quantum Leap?
Okay. First of all, it's an honor, and I'm glad to be here. Life before quantum leap. It was um I can't exactly say messy because it still is. Life is always messed up. Like it's never how we expect it to be. There are all like always obstacles and turning points. Like there are always things are always changing. But yeah, life before quantum leap was I didn't know exactly how to handle things, how to handle life, how to I wanted some guidance, and like I was kind of lost. I wanted someone stronger than me to tell me and guide me and like, hold me by my hand and tell me how to do it, how to be okay, and how to feel okay. So basically, it was, yeah, life before quantum leap was just me, a lost person who had no idea what she's going to do next.
Well, I got your back, I'm sure. It's like, I know you've been through a lot of challenges, and even, like you said, it never ends. It's just about being equipped with the information and the knowledge to be able to go through those challenges. And essentially, that's why I do what I do, because it's not, like, you don't just get to a stage and you're done. It's not going to be until you're no longer alive. You're not done. So I'm glad I can like help you through the journey, and I'll be here, I'll be here supporting you. So question number 2, why did you take that leap to join? What was it that inspired you to say yes to Quantum Leap?
Actually, I act based on my instincts. Like it's more about how I feel, and if I find something, like I just act in that moment. and that like 99% of the times it turns out to be a very good decision. Um, but again, the first post I stumbled across in your on your feed, it was about generational break, and it resonated with me, and I don't know, it just connected. I was like, yeah, there was this connection between, although I knew nothing about you, I knew nothing about you, literally. I didn't even know, to be honest, I didn't even know if you were a Muslim or not. It's just like, I
Yeah.
knew nothing about you. And I was just so inspired, and I was like, that person will understand me. And that's like, it just hit me. And I was like, I have to reach out to him. And yeah, although I'm not that kind of person who actually talks to people much, but yeah. And then honestly, you kept helping me until I was ready to take the leap. You pushed me to take the leap. You believed in me, actually. You believed in me that I can take, like, I can do this. And yeah, that was it.
Alhamdulillah. I think given your situation, I was thinking, okay, how can I provide hope in a situation where you might be struggling? That was my only intention. And it's like naturally you came to a stage where you started making your own online business and you started manifesting an income for yourself. And I think that was the blessing, because it's like through our small conversations that we're having before Quantum Leap, you were like manifesting, you were pushing yourself, you were going after what you wanted. And that was amazing. That was inspiring for me, because it's like your situation was like near impossible, and for you
It
to
was,
turn it into, can you tell us a bit more about that, like some of the things you've learned, kind of making massive changes that you did in terms of business and stuff?
about my past or like the present.
Say in the beginning, before you, so you can like gather up the investment for Quantum Leap.
Okay, so actually, I've been trying to start, like, I start from the beginning, actually.
Go ahead.
So I'm like, I was, it's actually hard to say it out loud once again, but I'll try. I'll try to do my
Okay.
best. So I was like left alone with my two children, like they were just babies. So I am a single mother, and I was only 20 when that happened, and I had no degree, no nothing. I was like, I had no hope, no hope. There was no hope in surviving. Like knew nothing. I was like, everything was just, when there's just no hope, no future, nothing, you're lost, you know nothing about what to do. And honestly, in our society, a woman like me, when something like this happens, it is believed that she's better off dead. Like, it's not like, whether it's your fault or not, people always blame women that they couldn't, um, keep their husbands or keep their family from falling apart and stuff like that. So I had no home, I had nothing, and all I could do was read books, and I was raising my two children, my two children on my own. I was living with my parents, actually, and financially I was dependent on them. So then I don't know what happened. Like after 1 year, yeah, after 1 year, I was like, I realized I had to do something for myself. I had to. I can't just give up, because I was afraid that my children will go through the same, and I didn't want a life for them just like mine. I wanted to make something different for them, because I knew if I just gave up, they'll have to grow up in the same environment, and they'll have to go through the same stuff. And it's more difficult when you have a daughter, because then you're like, no, it'll happen the same to her. So I started. I had. I remember I was like, I used to be in a room, and I was like not exactly allowed to go out. So I used to be in my room, and I had this old laptop and internet. So I guess it was from Allah or something that made me look for jobs. And although I knew I was like, I didn't even know what I was looking for because, like I said, I didn't have any degree. I was a dropout. So um, I kept on looking for a chance, someone to give me a chance to, just prove myself because I knew I could do something. I knew I could do something if I was given a chance. But of course, no one gives you a chance without any experience or any degree or anything. That's how it is, right? So after 3 years, I actually had a dream. I actually had a dream and it came true. And after 3 years, I landed my first job and it was as a content writer. And since I used to love reading books and I used to write some poetry and stuff like that. So I took the opportunity. And you know what's funny? My first task was like they asked me to write a PR if I wanted the job. Like then they will consider hiring me. And the funny part is I didn't even know what a PR is. Okay, I was that, and I couldn't say that to them. So I said okay, and then I googled it up. I googled
So
it up
for
and
so for anyone that doesn't know what PR is, what is it?
the yeah, it's like writing a press release for a company.
Okay, press release.
But I'm sure everyone does. It was just me.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, but like I got that job and it was such a big achievement for me. But you know what? That was the only job I got, and then like it was for an year, and then I had to quit it and move cities. But after that, I kept on trying, and honestly, I there was like I was getting nowhere. I even did this course when I was broke, but I managed to like pay for it, and like I saved enough to pay for it, and even then it was like yeah, I had no clients. I started my VA business, but like it wasn't working. And any person in my shoes, I'm pretty sure they'd give up. Like who even waits for 5 years? I spent 5 years looking for an opportunity to earn a single penny. Like I'm like even at that time, even I used to think $10. Like if I earn $10, that would be wow. I earned something. And then last year, November, I think I happened to come across your feed, and it was like a light, like hope, my darkest. It was like everything was ending. It was for me. It was an end, but then joining Quantum Leap, it was like it was the beginning at an end. It was a new beginning for me, and I don't know, just like you were talking to me, you used to just send me voice notes once in a while, and they used to just give me so much hope. And you used to send me energy and stuff like that. And somehow I ended up landing 3 clients at the same time, same month when we were talking. And it was like so surreal. And it was, I just couldn't believe what I was doing and what I was achieving. It was like America or something. But yeah, ever since then, things are like changing non-stop. Like they keep changing every day. It's a new, like it's actually a new day with new things and new challenges, but new prizes and bonuses. So yeah, and as for the changes after joining the program, mostly it was relationship with myself and the healing part. I never realized I have no, like I used to think I can heal myself. I used to think I was strong and I was over it and I was like, I still do sometimes. Like when something really bad happens, I'm just after half an hour, I'm like, I'm over it. But that's not true. That's not how things work. You have to let it, you have to
Yeah.
feel it. And like, yeah, you have to give it time. You have
Mhm.
to give yourself time. So the most important thing that changed is the relationship I have with myself, and whether also with my parents. I won't say we are really at a good spot, or I don't even think we can ever have that relationship again. But you know what? Sometimes you have to make peace, and you have to just like accept people for who they are. And when you do that, they accept you for who you are. It's just like drawing a line, and then you are at peace and they're at peace. And that's one of the biggest things that happened, especially after like my past. I used to think it was impossible for me to even, you know, feel anything for them. Like, yeah, I used to. I mean, they've hurt me so much. I used to think that, and I felt like pain and the hurt was way too much for ever healing that relationship. But I did end up, alhamdulillah, that was another big achievement.
I think honestly, like you're hearing your story is just amazing because the amount of changes you've made and your situation was impossible, and like you made it possible. And it's like I want you to know that you're gonna continue to do that. Like this is just the beginning. Like you're gonna be doing this in the beginning, and my genuine intention was just to support you in whatever way that I can. So when you kind of like took that leap into joining Quantum Leap, right? That was unexpected from me because I just it didn't matter for me whether you was gonna join in or not. Like I was still gonna try to help you because of your situation. And yeah, it's alhamdulillah, like this is the beginning, so I will still be continue to support you. I want you to make those dreams come true. Like that's the goal, right?
Yeah,
So until we get there, we're not done. But on
yeah.
the way, it's like
I think it's not just even like relationships. Everything has changed. Once you start changing, like it's like a whole cycle. You change one thing, and the other things start changing themselves. You don't have to do anything. Like I've learned this in a couple of like these past few days. You don't have to do anything yourself. They happen. You just need to believe. You just need to know that. You just need to program it in your brain and your mind that this, like it's like programming your mind, the mindset thing. You just need to know. You just need to learn that this can happen and this happens, or just believe if you can believe. And yeah, it happens itself. This starts everything starts falling in its place itself.
definitely, definitely. It's just like overcoming your own limitations, right? Like understanding that you are the block,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Also, like there was a space when I was in quantum, like between the program, that I started um, confusing boundaries with limits. Like I'm sure there are a lot of people who think limits, like when you say there's no limit, it's like saying there are no boundaries. But no, you can have your own boundaries, and you can have no limit. You can be like powerful enough, and you can achieve anything you want within your boundaries, within what you believe, and within your, like you don't have to just go and follow everyone else. It's your own race, it's your own journey, and you just need to know that you can do anything, and you don't have to change for others. You don't have to change for others, but yeah, you have to get out of your comfort zone. That's for sure.
100%. And so, let me just pull out the questions. Um, what was your most profound moment like through the quantum leap? What was it that really stuck with you? Like, I know you mentioned about accepting your parents, because essentially who we are is a mold. We're a mold of everything we've gone through. So it's like, if you can kind of like explain your most profound moment, which is like, what was the moment that you feel like this is the most greatest piece of wisdom that I can apply to my life and make changes?
I think that moment, I mean, there were so many moments, but the most profound moment would be when I realized that how powerful I was, like like the power within me, like it's incredible. Like unlocking the power within you it's just simply amazing. Like, but once you start believing in yourself, once you start believing in who you can be, it's amazing. And like I think that's also a way of how you manifest things. So once I started manifesting things, good things towards myself, and like once I started, like the most profound moment would be when I realized what I was capable of, what I could do. And I was not just a, damsel in distress or something, a miserable girl um, who can't do anything. And like, yeah, I can do a lot. And that was like something I loved. Yeah.
I'm glad. Honestly, like it's been amazing seeing your journey, like being a part of your journey. And like I keep saying to you, like I want to continue to support you to, really make some serious changes in your life, and may help you move to Dubai. For everyone that's listening, it's like that's a big dream for you, and I want to make that happen for you, and that's like
You already are helping and you're making it come true. Like today, where I am right now, and I would say it's like a lot of credit goes to you. And I still can't believe where I am right now. I have already made the impossible possible. Like every day I realize I am where I never thought I could be. Like every day there is a big change and I'm like, wow.
Alhamdulillah. I think I'm just here. I'm like showing you hope, but you are the one that's taking the action. Like you're the one in your situation. So the credit is to you as well, because you're having to go through the challenges every day. And like I guess my only job is to remind you of hope. Have hope in the darkest
No,
moments.
that's not true. It's not like it's not just about a job. When you're a coach, when you're a mentor, you have to give your own energy to your students. You have to give so much. Like I know how much you put. Like I remember sending voice notes or just sending random messages when I was like in a very bad place, and you had to actually feel it. You actually had to feel how I felt. And I know for a reason that it's always draining and it's a very hard thing to do. So yeah, it's not just your job. It's out of like maybe it's empathy, maybe it's affection for humans and like everyone around you. That's not just any. I don't believe everyone can do that. It's just like it takes a lot. Your job is not
Yeah,
easy.
it isn't. I can agree with that. But I think it's like one of those things where I believe Allah has put me here for a reason. And
And that's love, and that's one thing I actually really love about it. I always like I believed in Allah and I still believe in Allah and I've always believed. I've always had faith. But with you, it's like you somehow connect every single thing to faith and Allah. And that's the most beautiful thing. Like that's the best thing about this program. I love it.
alhamdulillah, I think, because for me, my journey, I discovered all this information, and then it's like that big piece of the puzzle was Islam. that connected everything so beautifully together. So it is a big step, because that's where the faith and the hope comes from. For us to have faith in the unknown, faith in moments where everything feels like it's against us. It's like that's the moment where you're gonna need to have faith in Allah, and trust that even death is here for you, not against you. So it's like in Islam, that's like the mindset we're meant to have. Is like even when death comes, we will welcome it. But whereas, so when you apply that to these challenges, life's challenges, it's like you will become unstoppable, you know. So, but thank you, honestly, thank you for your words. Like it
Yes,
means a lot.
and that's the best thing. You become unstoppable. There's like nothing that can stop you except for, of course, like it's just Allah, and then you start believing that nothing else matters. Nothing.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. So, I guess the last question is, what would you say to yourself or anyone else that is thinking about joining Quantum Leap?
Um, I want to say something really like how I feel about it, because it's not just something like it's not just a sentence to say it's worth the investment or something like that, because honestly it's not even about money. It's about changing your life. It's about changing your afterlife. It's about changing every single thing. It's about like joining this program, connecting with you. um it changes every single thing, like from A to Z. Like it wasn't just my business, it wasn't just my mindset, it wasn't just my relationships or anything like that. It's like I am a completely new person that I actually am proud of. I like you start thinking about so many things, and it's like if you want to live a meaningful life, you should definitely invest in, like get like invest in this program, because our lives, this generation especially, our lives have become so meaningless, and we are a sad, broken generation, honestly. We are all lost. We are so lost. We need someone to help us, hold us by our hand, and guide us. No matter our age, no matter what we've been through, no matter how strong we are, we will always, there will always be that inner child that needs help, that needs to be guided. So yes, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your afterlife, and like I don't know if you like, of course there are people who don't believe in afterlife, but if you want to change everything about you, everything, literally everything, in a good way, then you
Inshallah.
should go invest in this. This is not just for, healing. This is not just a 1 day or 6 week or like a few months program. It's a like whole life investment. It's an investment for a lifetime.
Wow, thank you. That honestly, that means a lot, and I think it shows how much impact it's had on you. You know, and
It
it's
is.
like, the honesty. That's like an honor for me to be able to hear this and be a part of your journey. And it's like something was crazy, because I never like asked you to join. Like it was never, nothing was forced. Everything kind of happened naturally. Like
It
I bumped into you. Yeah. And I think I read one of your comments on my post, and I thought, okay, let me send you a message, because I wanted to know who you are. And from that moment onwards, we just kept speaking. And then your situation was impossible, then it turned into possible. And I was like, whoa. And then again and again and again. And
And like I said, it was so impossible. I needed someone stronger than me. I needed someone who had more faith than me, because I've seen so many people who gave up on me because apparently I was like my situation was hopeless. But no, the changes I've seen with like by connecting with you, it says a lot about other people, like normal people. It's like yeah,
I think for me, it's like I felt like Allah sent me your way because it was a sign for me to help. And for me, that was like when I saw your situation, I was like, okay, there's a reason I am here. You know, like it's like I'm that person who believes in the unknown, believes in these dreams. So it's like your situation was very tough, and it was like, okay, how do we turn that, not just for you but for your children, inshallah? And it's like, honestly, it's just like I keep saying this to you, it's just the beginning, because I do want to continue supporting you,
It
help.
has impacted so much on like everything. Like I remember you saying, and I think it was the first week or the second week of the program, and you said that once you start healing, you'll start healing everyone around you, and it'll be like, by the way, this investment, like joining this program, is like investing its legacy. It's investing in your generation, whole generation that is about to, like, come. So like my relationship with my children, and the way, like even when I'm talking to them, I hear your words in my head, like your examples. This one time you said that if you tell them they can't be loud, they'll have this fear that you'll abandon them. Like it was just an example of the fears. So like every single moment I'm talking to them or I'm with them, I just keep that in my mind that this can become a fear, that like a trauma that will hold them back for like the everything from everything. So yeah, it impacts everyone. It impacts everyone around me. So yeah, it actually is not just you with investing in yourself. You're investing in everyone around you and in your generation.
Inshallah. Well, honestly, it's been a pleasure, like being a part of your journey. Like I said to you, I'm going to be supporting you continuously, because I want to make that dream come true for you, and make some serious changes in your life. Because again, it was never about you, whether you joined Quantum Leap or not. But I'm glad you did, because then we went deep into the healing aspects of things, so I could really help you understand that. And it's been amazing having you on board, and like inshallah we continue to see your dreams keep unfolding. And thank you so much for this testimonial. Honestly, it was humbling for me to hear this.
It was a pleasure, and I expect you to like edit every part that I made, like make the
No,
edits,
no,
okay?
I'm just gonna cut where we started, and that's
This is my first video, and I was so nervous. It was
no, you done
like
well, you done
so
really well.
uncomfortable. Like it was one of those challenges you made me do.
No, honestly, you
But
done
thank
really well, and yeah, it was good, it was perfect. Like there was nothing that was, it's like for me, when I do my videos, it's never about perfection. It's just, there's no boss, I am the boss. So we don't need to meet a criteria.
you. Okay.
Trust me, it's still good, it's still good. But yeah, anyway, I will end this here, and Assalamu alaikum, and thank you again for being a part of this. And yeah, inshallah we keep seeing your dreams come true, and thank you for this testimonial.